So in this video, we're going to be ranking every single map based on atmosphere, alright, or Twitter's favorite word, aura. I thought of this video idea the other day because I was literally playing Buried and I was like, damn, the atmosphere of this map is probably one of my favorites, so I was wondering how it compared to, every other map. So I dragged Nick into a VC and we spent about an hour and a half ranking the atmosphere of literally like every map, and it was a lot of fun. So if you guys do want to see more tier list videos like this, then let me know and I'll definitely do some more, but without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. Alright then, thank you Big Man Jake for the craziest intro I'm sure I've ever given. I'm sure like it actually popped off. Nick, you'd have to agree.
I would. I heard it and it was awesome.
It was really cool, really awesome. Watch me do it at like 3 AM in the morning. I just felt dead as shit. It's like the worst intro I've ever given. It's just like, yeah, today we're gonna be ranking. It's like a voice critical intro, like, hey guys, today we're gonna be ranking Call of Duty Zombies maps based on atmosphere. Okay, let's get into the video.
Hey guys, this is the most poopy butthole video you're ever gonna see.
Today we're gonna be ranking the most poopy butthole maps you've ever seen. That'd be so funny. I might just do that for the intro anyways, but yeah, as I said, we're going to be doing every single zombies map in a tier list based on atmosphere. So we're not going to be looking at gameplay, we're not going to be looking at the Easter eggs, maybe the Easter eggs a little bit, but mainly going to be like the vibe, right? Milo's favorite word, aura. Well, not even Milo's, Twitter's favorite word being aura. We're going to be looking at that and we're going to be ranking it on this tier list. As you can see, we got best at the top. I might as well just rename that actually to Goat Simi 3. So we got Goat Simi 3 at the top because that's just the best, actual goats. Incredible, great, good, average, bad, and then we got react content at the bottom, and then we got haven't played. But I think we played all of these maps, or at least I've played every single one of these maps, so we should be able to rank them. Nick is going to be doing his own list alongside my one, and then we're going to see like how different they are by the end of it. So I've sent Nick the link.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, so should be a pretty fun video. I literally said it in my last video, and I told Nick, and Nick was like, "Wow, that's a pretty good idea there." And I was like, "Yeah, we should do it," and we're doing it. So it's really cool, crazy stuff.
Also, I'm gonna just drop it right now. I just deleted that haven't played tier because we've played every map.
We really have. We really have. You're so right, boss man. I'm just gonna get rid of it too.
Like last time we did this, we had to throw Terminus and Liberty Falls and haven't played, and everything else in a different tier.
True.
But now we have Liberty Falls and Terminus, so there's no need for that.
That's so true, boss man. That is so true. But yeah, so by the way, I'm going to leave the link to this tier list in the description, and I want you guys to do it and then at me on Twitter with your guys' list, and if it's bad, I'm going to block you. But it wouldn't matter because you guys would still be able to see my tweets anyway, so. Oh,
and don't forget to join Jake's Discord and throw it in the media tab so we can bully you there too.
True. Join the Discord, drop it in the in something in the media tab, and yeah, I'll potentially bully you, which some of you guys would probably enjoy. But yeah, all right, enough of the intro, enough yapping. Let's go ahead, get our first map here. Everyone's favorite snooze fest, Nacht and Toten, all right? Now, I'm going to be real, all right? Again, gameplay, if it was gameplay, it'd be in React content. It is the worst gameplay I think I've ever seen, but in terms of its vibe and its atmosphere, bro, Nacht kind of go hard.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that statement. I feel like, we have the other versions of Nacht on this list, but like, I really just want to put it out there that the grayscale, like the gray and brown aesthetic of World at War as a whole really, really fits this map. And I think it makes it way better than say like the ones we're going to get into later because of how much better they look.
I have to agree.
I think the fog and I know this is like the whole thing we're doing, but the overall vibe of it is genuinely pretty fucking good. It's kind of peak. I wouldn't say peak, like it's not the greatest of all time, like Goat Simi 3 tier, but like personally, I get you. Incredible.
I honestly would kind of have to agree. I think every single World of War map I think is going to be quite high up because even though it looks so bad, right? Like even looking back at it now, like it is hard to look at, you know what I mean? But like I feel like it just has that like creepy atmosphere to it that it literally, as you said, like if you were to look at the Zombie Chronicles version of Nacht, like dude, nobody cares about that, bro. Not a soul. But like honestly, the World of War version is kind of spooky.
I'm inclined to agree with that, and I think I don't know what we're taking into account here truly and fully, but like when you really think about it, if we put ourselves back in the mindset of it's 2008 2008. I'm 7 years old. I just beat the World at War campaign for the first time. It starts playing that cutscene right at the end of the campaign, and then I'm just standing in a dark ass room and that creepy ass laugh happens. Like, what, that alone puts this map at incredible for me.
Yeah, honestly, new underwear is needed. I don't think I'm going to put it in incredible. I think I'm going to put it in great for me personally. I think there is maps that I think Nacht and Toten is a good like starting tier. I think the fact that it is like really dog shit graphics, it does kind of pull it down a bit for me. But overall, like it is a great atmosphere. It's a great vibe. It's scary. It really gives you the feeling of, you know, being on your own, which I think is like a big thing that zombies maps nowadays just don't have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's great.
I have the opposite reaction when it comes to the graphics. Like, yeah, obviously they're terrible compared to what we have now, but like I think that kind of enhances it for me, and that's why I'm putting it into the incredible tier.
Are you one of those people that think shitty graphics makes it look scarier, like 𝙈𝙚𝙢𝙤𝙨?
No, I think it just like the whole overall package for Nacht and Toten, and not really any of the other World at War maps, but we'll get into that. For me, anyways, I think the engine itself and the way the graphics look and how those graphics, like they had to set the render distance so low, which is why it's so foggy and stuff like that, compared to like the Chronicles version, for example. Even the BO1 version, there's less fog on both of those, and I think that fog adds a level of creepiness to the map, especially when, again, if you go back to that 2008 mindset, it's like holy, and I think that's what kind of putting it in the incredible tier for me over the great tier.
You know what? I like your reason. I do like your reason. I'm going to keep mine in great though. I think it's high great. I don't think it's incredible. I think it's high great. So I respect your opinion though. But what does go in incredible for me is our next map here, which is Verruckt. Easily an incredible. Goes to be free. I don't think it's going to get there just yet, but like, you know, like I think it's incredible. Again, all right, it basically is Nacht, but like even scarier, because there's like, you know, the whole like little side Easter eggs with the screaming and the whole like dentist chair stuff, and the outside of the map is scary, and the fact you're literally just in an insane asylum and you can hear like that, bro. They put out the creepiest noises on Verruckt, bro. Like whoever got those noises for Verruckt needs to be investigated at Treyarch HQ, bro. Mr. Treyarch needs to get fucking looked at, bro, because how did they get that scary of audio of women crying and babies crying and men screaming? Like, bro, look, get them checked.
John Treyarch, look at your employees. Look at what they're doing.
Yeah, Mr. Treyarch, John Treyarch, like whoever they are, they gotta go. All right, I think this is
investigated.
I do think this is no brainer though, and I think you would agree it's going in incredible easily, right?
So yeah, absolutely, and it's above Nacht for me, obviously as well. But like this is like. And once we get later into the list, I think this could potentially be like I feel like this could for me get bumped up to low end 𝙈𝙤𝙀 3, right?
You know what? I actually would agree. I would agree. I think when I go back at it and I look at it, I do agree it could get bumped to a low end 𝙈𝙤𝙀 3. I have to agree.
There's a very specific reason for me too. There's this guy that I watched, or I still watch on YouTube, called Joyless, and he made a video talking about like just playing multiplayer maps alone and just how scary that can be. And one of the prime examples that he pulled out for that video was obviously because Verruckt is based on the Asylum map from multiplayer on World at War.
Yeah.
He pulled out that map and he did it in multiplayer, which, you know, obviously it's a lot less zombified, a little bit less creepy. But when he was just sitting there and he was just like on his own, he cut out the talk and he was just playing the game sounds, and it was just like creepy dripping wind sounds, like whispers in the wind type shit. Like I was like, that just like really solidified it to me as being like one of the, personally, one of like probably when we get into it, like top 5 atmospheric maps of all time for me.
I have to agree.
It's got the Twitter aura, as they like to say.
The Twitter aura, it really does. No,
and honestly, this is one of those maps that like on World at War just like looks better than World at War should look.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you. Verruckt actually is like a really good looking map. But moving on, Shino Numa. I think it's very much in between Verruckt and Nacht and Toten. I think Nacht and Toten is slightly worse, but it's nowhere near as good as Verruckt. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like high end great for me personally. Or like, at least above Nacht and Toten in great.
Right. See, this for me is like the first, I mean, because I obviously have Nacht and Verruckt and incredible. This is my first great tier map. It's something about it just like clicks. And I think it's again that like that little shorter render distance that they had on World at War that made it so much better. Because when you look at it on God do this Vanguard, where's the aesthetic, bro? Where's the atmosphere? It's not there.
It's so true. That's so true. And bro, when the dogs come in on Shino Numa as well, like the entire map goes grey and foggy, bro. Like oh my lord, you you got me dripping a little bit down there, you know, like I'm pissing myself a little bit, right? Straight up. When that dog jumps at me, bro, oh my lord, you know I'm pressing that escape button, pausing the game, running downstairs, letting a leak, come back upstairs, and like, you know, the cycle just repeats until the round's over.
This is why I have some underwear.
So true, bro. I just have a pile of them next to me, just waiting, bro, waiting to be used. But yeah, I think again, I'm gonna put it like above Nacht and Toten in great, and yeah, I mean that could be like re-looked at though. I don't know though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's personally for me. I think it's got its own thing going compared to the other World at War maps, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
The other ones are like just bases or like where Bad Word operated during World War II. You know.
Yeah.
But this one just feels like something completely different, and it's great. It's not incredible, but it's like it's got its own thing, and I think that's what keeps it like out of like good tier for me. Is that it's something different.
Well, I put it great tier. I put it in great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying for me personally, why because I was initially thinking good, but then I really started thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, this is a great aesthetic on this map, and I love it. Yeah.
This next one though, this next map, I'm gonna be real, is gonna be a little bit controversial on my end. Big man, I'm putting it in good. I'm gonna be real. I'm putting Riese in good, bro.
You know, I'm glad you said that, because before you had started talking, I had already dragged it up to where I was going to set it down.
Yeah.
And I also plopped that right in the good tier.
Dude, Riese just doesn't hit as hard. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like I don't get the same feeling of like loneliness on Riese. I don't know if it's just the fact that it's like a facility. It's like, you know, it tries to go a bit more, I guess, like, what's the word? Like kind of like not sci-fi. Like it's obviously got like teleporters. You know, it's got the Wunderwaffe again. It's got like a big pack-a-punch machine in the middle. You know, like it really just doesn't hit the same. It's literally our first facility map, which isn't as scary as, you know, like an abandoned asylum. You know what I mean? Like that, or like a German bunker which is just being overrun by zombies with like covered in fog. Like it just doesn't hit the same. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good tier.
Yeah,
I like it. I just don't think it's that good.
See, yeah, and my thing with it is like it's just I think this is really the map. Like obviously when it came to Ultimus, they were always very goofy, especially like not as much in the early days, but I think Riese is really where they started going more towards the goofiness than like the half goofy, half serious, you know? Yeah. I think that kind of is what lowers it down for me to the good tier as well, is that like you're looking at like this admittedly it's a good looking map, again on the World at War engine and those graphic stuff. It fits the game, but like when you pair such a decent looking map that has a somewhat decent vibe, not as good as the other World at War maps, and then you throw Ultimus on top of that, it just kind of brings it down for me a little bit. Yeah, I think the one thing that really kind of does bring it up a little bit for me, because I honestly I think even like now you point out, I would have maybe even bumped it down to an average, but now that you've mentioned that and I've started thinking about other things, the radios on the map, right, they give you the lore, that is like a little bit concerning. Like the cries of Samantha being like, I don't want to like fucking get teleported and shit, and you just hear Max's being like, you know, like Samantha step back and all the stuff with like Fluffy and shit like that. Like that is like actually kind of scary stuff. Yeah. And for me, that does definitely boost the map a little bit more, because obviously it's like, damn, you kind of get the feeling of what really went down at this facility. But I still just can't imagine it being as good as like Nacht or Verruckt or Shima, in my opinion. So I'm gonna put mine in good. I think you agree. See, I do agree, and I think just before we move on to the next map here, I think another reason I would put it in good above average, again, just for me personally, I know we both have it in good, but for me personally, like I wouldn't consider it like an aesthetic thing, but like partially because it is activated through radios around the map, is that it like the start of the world building for zombies at this point really kind of ramped up to like 100, and it was like compared to what we had before, where it was just like kill zombie, circle around for a while. Yeah, and I think that kind of boosted up the good as well. But other than that, yeah, I think it's just good. I think it's the worst of the World at War maps aesthetically, but like it's overall a good map. Yeah, that's so true, boss man. We should probably start, I think, speeding these up a little bit more. It's been 50 minutes. We've done 4 maps. We have a lot of maps to get through here, boss man. Yeah. So let's start speeding this up a little bit. Do a little speed round for BO1. Kino the Toten. This is actually a rough one. I got my pick. God, dude, I don't know where I'm gonna rank mine. I think Kino is like, it is a pretty like, it is definitely a scarier map than Riese. You know, aesthetically, I think it looks better, but it's still a bit goofy, bro. I think I'm gonna put it, and again, this might trigger some people, high end of good. Like, I think it's better than Riese. I don't think it's great. I think it's just good. I put mine in the like overall. I think it's gonna be it's in the great tier right now, like behind Shino Numa for me.
Okay.
I think overall it'll be like a low end great tier, high end good map for me, and that's just because of the sound design. Like when you turn on the power, the electrical noises, and then the sound of the Nova crawlers coming in, like really just sets it ahead for me a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like the greatest in terms of aesthetic. It looks cool, but this is one of those maps that I think Chronicles did it better.
I don't know about that one, big man. I just
maybe-
think it's just not as scary. I think like the Nova crawls and the tubes and stuff like that is pretty scary, and like the weird knocking you come across sometimes. And something we do actually have to consider as well for all of these BO1 maps is that just throughout the background of the game, you do just hit damned, which does help a lot. That actually is like actually a little bit like a little bit creepy.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, Kino just isn't as scary. You know, again, we're not basing this all just off scariness, but obviously the older games, all the older maps tried to go more for like a scary atmosphere, and I just don't think Kino definitely delivered, but it wasn't as crazy as, you know, some of the maps before it.
Right.
So yeah, I'm putting mine in good tier. I feel like I think it did it better than 𝙈𝙤𝙯, but not as good as something like Nacht, which I think Nacht is going to be a little bit hard to top. I think Verruckt is going to be hard to top, you know, because Verruckt is like actually just a fucking terrifying map.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you were to compare it to something a little bit, you know, more similar, like Nacht and Toten, I just don't think it's going to top that personally.
That's fair.
All right, speedrunning 5 is up next. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think there's a more iconic image of Black Ops 1 in my head than the spawn room of 5.
I can agree with that, and I'm just gonna say it how it is. I plopped. It's in 𝙈𝙤𝙨 3 for me.
It's 𝙈𝙤𝙨 3?
Yes, sir.
Holy damn, bro. 𝙈𝙤𝙨 3 tier? I ain't putting 𝙈𝙤𝙨 3 tier, bro. No way I'm putting 𝙈𝙤𝙨 3.
And maybe I'd consider switching Verruckt in 5 around, but like when I really think about it, like I think the overall combination of the cleanliness of the Pentagon, like in that map, and the dirtiness of the zombies, and how much creepier and dirtier it gets the further down into the levels you go,
Yeah.
is what sets it at 𝙈𝙤𝙨 3 for me.
See, I'm gonna put it high and great, I think. Because yeah, I have to agree with you with like the fact that as you go down it gets worse and worse, and oh bro, but you got the pig, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the shit you find down there is kind of crazy as well. But it is, I do like the fact that it's sent in the Pentagon, but maybe it's the fact I'm just not American, that I'm just not as like attached to it. I just think it's cool. I think it's a cool map. I think it's a cool setting. I think it's a cool location for a zombies map, and I really like, I guess, like the kind of like creepiness to it, with especially as you go into the labs and stuff like that. But yeah, I think again, I think it's just a great for me. I don't think it's as good as Verruckt. I think there's other maps going down the list where I think it does a better job.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put it in great.
I want to, again, not to keep dragging the video time out, but like the another reason that it's in 𝙈𝙤𝙨 3 for me as well is because playing through the BO1 campaign, there's a mission where you're going through the Pentagon and you can see everybody just chilling, walking around and doing their thing. And then as soon as you're done with that campaign and you get hit with the loading screen and you're in 5, and it's like, holy, what happened here? And it's just, I don't know, something about that, the duality between the campaign version of the Pentagon and the zombies version of the Pentagon just really hits me for some reason.
So true. No, absolutely true. I have to agree with you, boss man. I think I'm happy where I put mine. You're obviously happy with you put yours. So we go ahead and move on to our next map here, which is Ascension. Now, bro, I'm just gonna be real. I don't think we even need to like debate on this much. This shit going in average. Ascension is an average ass map. Like aesthetically, the fuck is there special about Ascension, bro?
Nothing.
Let's keep it real. Like,
I'm gonna be real, boss man. I was playing it on multiplayer before I played it on zombies, and I hated it on multiplayer, and I hated it on zombies.
it's not even like a scary map. It's not even like it's kind of like what 𝙈𝙗𝙯 does with just it being a facility, but just worse. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that's like, Ascension doesn't even feel like a zombies map. Do you know what I mean? It just feels like a facility that's been overrun by zombies. It is like the olden days version of something like Liberty Falls, bro.
For me, it's average because, well, obviously I said it was in multiplayer, so I played it on that just in the daytime. It was in the campaign as well, and it's just reused, and I think I just got sick of seeing it by the time Ascension came out. The coolest thing about Ascension to me is that sometimes when you aim at the zombies, they dodge. That's the coolest thing aesthetically.
That is the only cool thing about
the training
Ascension
that they got done in that facility when they were alive, I guess.
Dude, bro, that shit is just going in average, bro. I don't feel anything playing Ascension. Like, I don't feel fear. I don't feel happiness. Like, it just makes me depressed, bro.
I genuinely just feel neutral.
Oh my god, bro. I'm seeing some maps later on down the line that is actually going in 𝙈𝙗𝙯 3. There is some maps that are going in 𝙈𝙗𝙯 3. This next one isn't one of them. Call of the Dead.
Fuck the fog. I'm putting it in average.
Whew,
I'm just
damn,
calling it how it
average is kind of mad. I'm gonna put mine in good, bro. I kind of like the idea of being on like a boat, and again, I'm a sucker for snow. I can't lie. So like, any map with snow is gonna go pretty high up for me, except for so many other maps that have snow. But like, cool little maps, I think it does it better in my opinion. So I do like it a lot. I don't know, do I like it more? I think I like it more than Riese, but not as much as Kino, aesthetically at least.
That's fair.
The thing is, right, is the fog ruins it. The fog absolutely ruins that map.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those times where they should just have not included it.
It's just weird to me too, because obviously it's the same team that did World at War and the same team that did Black Ops 1 with like little differences here and there. But I'm just confused how they got the fog down so perfectly on a map like Nacht, but could not get it down perfectly on Call of the Dead.
Yeah, it's weird. It really is weird.
I'm gonna be real. You've convinced me with that point about the snow. I also really love snow. I've bumped it up to good, above Riese.
Yeah, that's literally where mine is, above Riese in good. All right, I'm glad we came to a nice little consensus on that one. Shangri-La.
I personally think this map is beautiful.
Yeah.
But I think the remaster on BO3 is going to go at least one tier above wherever I end up putting this map.
I absolutely have to agree, boss man. I think aesthetically, it's a great map.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I'm going to put it in great just below Nacht, because I think Nacht is a more interesting map. Again, as you said, like the BO3 version is the one time where it just looks so much nicer, because the whole appeal of Shanghai isn't to be scary, isn't to look cool. It is just to look beautiful, and it is just a shame that the BO1 graphics is what holds it back.
Yep, and it's absolute proof that is a true statement because of the BO3 version.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I love the aesthetic of Shang. It's just the BO3 version is just, I already know that's going to be better than it. So
it's just, let's just call it how it is. It's just infinitely better.
It really is.
Not that the one that we got in BO1 was bad.
No, yeah, I mean, the one we got in BO1 is still quite a nice looking map. It's just BO1 in it. So everything's just more grayscaled.
Yeah.
Speaking of the color gray, the map Moon.
I'm going to let you hit this one first.
You know me and my relationship with Moon, all right? You know my ongoing beef with Jimmy Zielinski's map. God, what a map. It is, it's something that came out, and I think that's really just as far as to go with that. But the thing with Moon, though, right, is, I fucking hate it. It's just so gray. I have to say now, the BO3 version of Moon looks better in my opinion. I'm gonna be real with you now. I understand that it's on the fucking moon, but like, bro, Moon on BO1 is too gray. It's too like colorless. Where at least the BO3 version is like colorful and still also eerie at the same time in a way. Because that is the key appeal of Moon, is how absolutely eerie it is. When you're standing out in the midst of fucking space and you can't even hear your own gun shooting, that is genuinely quite a scary image, which I think is the only thing which boosts this thing up to like maybe high-end good. High-end good, because I know for a fact that the BO3 version is going to go into higher, like maybe great or maybe even incredible.
See, for me, I have it in great between Shangri-La and Shino Numa, but I am again taking into consider. I mean, you did a little bit, but like as a whole, I'm taking into consideration the sound design completely. Yeah. Like, and I'm also, I don't know if you did or not, but I'm also including No Man's Land in this, because the vibe of No Man's Land is another beast as well that kind of moves it up to great for me. Yeah. But like, I think overall, this is another case of like Shangri-La, where it's like Chronicles just did it better. It looks better. It's got more color, and I don't hate myself playing it on Chronicles. I think this is another case where it's just one above where it's at for me right now. So true, boss. Oh my lord, a little butt up there, bro. It's a hair that come out. Bless you. Thank you. Oh my god. All right. Next map, because we're going to start speeding through most of these now. Yeah. What do you think? No, we don't need to start speeding. It's only been 30 minutes. We've it's been 30 minutes. We've got through how many maps? 5. Well, 10 maps. Let's be real. We're gonna fly through like the non-triarchs. That is so true. Tranzit. I'm gonna honestly, I want you to take it away, boss man. I'm gonna be completely honest. I am undecided on where I think this map should go, because there's part of me that loves it, like the design and the aesthetic of it, but there's also that part of me that fucking hates it because of fog. Yeah, but I have to agree. There's still that small part of me that thinks like that fog kind of is what makes it so creepy, though. Like when you really think about it, because like again, considering the sound design from like if you just play a game, no music on, nothing, you just have the volume all the way up on your headset, you're hearing like fucking hellhounds howling in the distance, which is creepy as fuck if you ask me. And like just, oh man, the sound of the denizens just crawling behind you when they're not like screeching is terrifying. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I could put this one at top of good, like above Call of the Dead and Der Eisendrache for me personally. With the fog off though, it's great. I'm gonna be real. But I don't know how you're going about this. I'm just going based on like vanilla, like I just loaded into it on my Xbox 360.
Thing is I don't like Transit, but you are so right with just the fact that it is just an overall creepy map to play. Like, I remember right back in the day when I was a wee little boy, right, probably just came out of the womb 5 minutes ago. I hopped onto the Xbox, played a game of Transit, and it is just like that memory and feeling of getting on the bus and going to like, you know, like diner and like going to the farm and shit like that, and like the bus station or the bus depot and the power station, shit like that, all of those areas, even finding like Nacht and Toten being in the cornfields and all of that shit, dude. And oh bro, I gotta boost this one pretty high, bro. I can't like Transit.
I'm thinking about it.
It could have been better, but like, bro, there's just so many things where it's like aesthetically and like the atmosphere of it is just kind of almost the definition of zombies to me.
Yeah,
it almost is. It's like it's such a bad map, but like it aesthetically, it is so good. I can't lie.
The thing is, I'm considering this as well a little bit, not as much as I probably should be, but like when I think about it, if I walked up to someone, like if I went up to my cousin who played BO2 back in the day, he played like World at War to BO2 and then stopped playing. If I went up to him and said, "What zombies map do you think of when I say COD zombies?" he would 100% say Transit because of how much of an impact it left on him. Yeah. Because of the aesthetic and because of the vibe.
So true.
And now that I've been thinking about it, I'm boosting it up to incredible.
I'm thinking about it. I'm honestly thinking about it. I'm gonna put it.
I think the creepiest. Sorry.
I was gonna say I have to put it high end great. I can't put it in incredible because again, I feel like it could have been done better, just a little bit better, right? Yeah. Plus the map is very brown. Which I think if it just had a little bit more color to it, maybe just even a little bit, like even if it's like some of the signs were more like neon, or you had like cooler street lamps, which is why I really do wish, oh no, I say wish, but we're gonna get one eventually, Zella and Dobby's Transit remaster, if they do that up like well, oh my lord, it is gonna be one of the most beautiful looking remasters or beautiful maps to ever exist. Like it is gonna be so nice. But yeah, literally, as you said, like going into it, no music, just listening to the gameplay, Transit is just a scary map. Like the fact you hear like lava bubbling, denizens screeching, fucking just the bus honking in the distance is scary. Like it's just an eerie map, right? And
sorry.
No, it's all good. I was just gonna, for me, it is. Oh no, fuck it. I'm boosting it to incredible, bro. I'm gonna say it now, bro. It has to go in incredible for me.
The more I'm thinking about it, and again, I'm not trying to drag out the video length here, but when I'm thinking about it, like spawning in and the zombies are just sleeping and they're just standing there. That's creepy. The fact that you can go find that cabin in the woods with the Bowie knife and the jet gun piece that just has that bloodied axe sitting in a pile of wood, that's creepy. The fact that you can go to farm and it's borderline untouched compared to everything else on the map with obviously a little bit of decay from time, but like it's just, I don't know, bro. So everything about this map just clicks. I wouldn't put it in @Simi 3, but I think I'm comfortable putting it in the incredible tier.
Yeah, I have to agree. I really do have to agree here, Bossman. Now, something that really doesn't cook, unfortunately for me, and these are all, I think most of these are going in average. Yeah. I'm just gonna speed run through this 5 maps. Bus Depot, average as fuck. Farm, again, it's kind of average. And Town, dude, I'm gonna say now Town's also average. I think on their own, they are all incredibly average survival maps, but when you piece them all together, it's what really makes it like eerie, you know?
I agree with that. I bumped up farm to good, and maybe I don't know if it's just because I grew up around farms where I live and like, was on farms a lot as a kid, but like something like, I don't know, the survival map of farm still kind of hits that creepiness factor to me. Yeah. A little bit. Just knowing, like, again, having been out to a lot of farms as a kid, like knowing that nothing is around and it's just dark and scary all the time when there's no zombies about in real life. Yeah. I don't know. I'd put it at good, but overall, I think they're just kind of like middle of the road survival maps. They are what they are. They just took a chunk and placed them there for you to play casually. So it is what it is.
Fair enough. I respect your opinion. I very much do. Nuketown. God, I really don't know where I want to place Nuketown.
I think I'm comfortable putting Nuketown above farm in the good tier personally. It's just too gray. That's my only issue with it.
Nuketown just doesn't really hit that like crazy aesthetic
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, it literally, as you said, it's just kind of like a bit of a plain grayish map. Like, oh, but then again, bro, the big nuke in the sky is pretty cool. I think I'm comfortable putting it in like middle of good. I think I like it more than Call of the Dead, but I don't like it as much as Kino. So I'm literally just whacking it in the middle of good and calling it a day.
See, I have it below Call of the Dead and above Der Eisendrache as well. Like, you have yours above Call of the Dead and Der Eisendrache. Mine's between the two.
Yeah.
I think overall we're both kind of just thinking the same thing. To be
Yeah,
honest,
I
like,
mean, the most I can really give to it is literally just the big ass nuke mushroom cloud in the sky. The big crater kind of goes hard. And I also like the fact that as the map goes on, obviously, like eventually the eyes of the zombies become blue to signify that Richtofen's taking control. I do like that.
Yeah.
Plus, like, it's just a fan favorite nuke town that's just been zombified. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't really go wrong with it. So I just think good's a solid pick for me.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Lovely stuff. You got anything else to add on that?
I'm giving it a little bit more points over Der Eisendrache, because also the perks flowing out of the nuke cloud is really cool in my opinion. Yeah, that's really all I gotta add. It's just a survival map. It's Nuketown. It gets the job done. It's a perfectly middle of the road map. Sometimes I play it, sometimes I don't. You know, it is what it is.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now this next one again could be a little bit controversial. Die Rise. I want you to take away this one, big man.
I'm gonna be real with you, buddy. It's Skybox alone puts it in at least great tier for me.
Okay.
I mean, the concept of the map is also really cool. The fact that it's like obviously a post-nuclear annihilation world, and the buildings are all fallen over and like just destroyed, and you have to jump between them and stuff. People hate that. I love that. I love that concept. I love that like you can still use things in the buildings, like the elevators, like things that should not be working given how destroyed the buildings are, but they still work. I love that. Yeah. As much as I hate the jumping jacks, I think they fit the aesthetic of the map because of how much jumping you're doing as well. I don't think I could think of a better mini boss to fit that map personally. Honestly, just overall for me, it's like probably low end great tier, maybe just above Kino for me. But the honest to God, that skybox alone is putting it there. Just looking at it, oh man, it's gorgeous.
Understandable, boss man. For me, Die Rise is honest to God going high end of great. I love the entire aesthetic of Die Rise. I love the skyscraper aesthetic. I love the fact that you jump between different buildings. I love the fact that some buildings are just completely upside down. I love the fact that like just like the way the map looks, honestly. I love the rooftops. I like as you go down, it becomes more gritty and you can see like obviously like workshops and shit. I don't know. I really like it. It's the Buddha room. Like I really like it. I don't know. The vibe of Die Rise is honestly really cool. I know a lot of people don't like Die Rise in general, but for me, I've always liked Die Rise. I've really never seen like that much of like a dislike towards it. So I gotta rep my boy here. It's got to go high end of great for me personally. And yeah, I mean, as you said, also the skybox, the dragons are cool. Dragons are iconic. Dude, I just really like the aesthetic of Die Rise. And again, it's probably a lot of it is going to be a lot of like nostalgia, because dude, I remember buying like Die Rise and stuff like that when like the DLC were coming out, and I was like, I was just loving every single one of them, bro. I can't even lie to you, boss man. I just love it.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I got it in Incredible. I'd put it high tier Incredible. It's below Verruckt, above Tranzit, Nacht for me. But overall, I think it's just a fun map. Like, I got a coworker who constantly shit talks it at work because he likes zombies too.
Yeah, your coworker's like, wrong then, big man.
I was like, you don't get it. You just don't understand.
Just don't get it. He just doesn't get it. He definitely watches Tim Henson.
Dude, you know what's crazy is he's on PC and he could easily just play the remaster and just experience the greatness.
Yeah, but they won't. They won't because they deny it. They won't because they deny it.
He's a denier.
Honestly, bro. Like they all are. They all are. But yeah,
that's all I gotta say for Die Rise personally.
Yeah, no, I think I've made my case clear here for Die Rise. Oh, also, bro, when you play Stuhlinger as well, and you hear the zombies saying like fucking all that shit, bro, and all like the radios and all like the TVs and stuff around the map, they give like more lore and stuff. Oh, it's just cool. Yeah, I've made my case clear.
Just one last little hit to solidify it being an Incredible for me. The sound of the wind flowing through the towers while you're just standing on them, incredible. Yeah. I love it. It's such a little thing, and it's such a basic choice, like an obvious thing to have in the map, but like it's Call of Duty. They're not going to do stuff like that. Honestly, bro, like we get blessed, bro. We got blessed with that. Do we even need to really have a debate about these next like 3 maps? I don't think so.
I mean, we'll obviously talk about them, but we all know where they're going. Mob of the Dead, let's be real, Goat Simi 3.
Absolutely.
My first Goat Simi 3 right there.
Mob of the Dead might be the most beautiful Call of Duty Zombies map of all time for me.
It is literally fucking Alcatraz Island. Like, it is literally Alcatraz, bro. Like, you can't beat that as aesthetically. It's got IRL lore and in-game lore, and like, dude, everything about it is just so good. It is just one of the most beautiful maps ever. Especially, and obviously I know we're not counting it, but the remake for BO3, oh my lord. Oh my lord, I've not seen anything as beautiful in my life, bro. But
it's so gorgeous.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, but even then, the base BO2 version is just fantastic. The skybox, the whole lighting, the aesthetic of the map, the fact that it's all like bloody and stuff like that, and like, you know, it's all like kind of set on fire, it's all zombified, the perk machines glitching in and out, the jump scare.
Yeah.
Just everything, bro. It's just so good about it. It is so good.
Is that the first jump scare in Zombies?
I'm trying to think.
I think it might be.
Yeah, I think it is, actually.
Unless you want to count like the Verruckt dentist chair, but like that's not really a jump scare.
Nah, that ain't jump scare, bro.
But
yeah, no, it's such a vibe. Yeah, it goes to me free. It has to be. Now, I don't know if you want to, where you want to rank this one. Personally, Buried is going top of Goat Simi 3 for me.
I'm putting it right below Mob in Goat Simi 3.
I respect that. I respect that. I just love Buried, bro. I gotta rep my boy Leon Winter. All right, you know how it is.
Team Buried 2.
Team Buried 2. I fucking love I love Buried. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the whole like Wild West theme. I just adore it, bro. I adore it. I'm looking at the big boy words.
Hey, you know me. I'm a Westerns guy. You put Red Dead in front of me, it will be completed in one sitting.
That's what I'm thinking, bro.
I'm just gonna call it how it is, bro. The fact that I can run around with the Remington New Model Army and feel like an actual cowboy in a cowboy map set in the in a town that got buried as a Western town, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love it. It is not as good as Mob for me personally. Mob's just got that creepy factor above it, but like, holy, is this map beautiful? It's so good.
It is. It really is. Plus, like the lighting and stuff like that is just absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah.
That you've got like
look,
the witch's house, the maze.
Oh yeah.
Like there is times that I'm walking down. Sorry to cut you off. There is times where, you know, the gazebo where Pack-a-Punch is. There's times that I'm walking down that and I'm like, shit, bro. It's just like a secret remaster. Like, what the fuck? This shit looks beautiful.
No, I'm just going to put it this way for Buried Deniers, it being a Goat Simi 3. Did your favorite map end up in the Blackout map? Didn't think so. Shut up.
So true, boss man. Absolutely so true. I think that's all that really needs to be said about that. Next map.
Oranges.
Sorry, I gotta go back to Buried. Sorry, I just gotta point out, by the way, the zombie models as well are fucking fantastic. And bro, something we've not even really been considering up till now because obviously it hasn't really changed. But the hood, changing is, bro, Buried might have one of my favorite hoods of all time, by the way.
I can agree with that.
God,
I like the tech.
And the Remington new model pistol.
Yes.
Oh my lord.
The introduction of Mark II.
Oh my lord. It is just a beautiful map. An absolutely beautiful map.
Yeah.
Plus,
I love it.
Plus the Easter egg, the main quest, going forward in time to Round Infinity and seeing all of our dead bodies. Holy bro, what an experience that is, bro.
And not to mention the soundtrack plays doing the sharpshooter step.
Yeah.
Peak.
It's so good. It is genuinely Goat Simi 3 material for me. I gotta whip it at the top for me personally.
Absolutely. I can understand that.
But yeah, before I blow another load over the mic, moving on to Origins. I think this one's clear for me. This one's going to Goat Simi 3. I mean, it'd be silly if it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like,
I know it's a basic bitch thing to say, but it's one of my favorite maps of all time for a reason.
Dude, I mean,
the way it looks.
You can't beat the aesthetic of a fucking giant robot walking over you in BO2. It genuinely still amazes me how they managed to pull that shit off on the Xbox.
Yeah, it's incredible, especially in the 360 PS3 era.
Yeah, that's incredible. It genuinely gets me mind boggled, bro, every single time I see it.
I just love it.
You have to, bro.
Maps that I think the fog works well.
Yeah.
When it comes to the snow falling as well, that should not have worked as well on a 360 or PS3 era console like it did.
No.
Not the crazy place, dude. Come on.
Oh my lord.
Come on. Even going up to the mount by Pack-a-Punch, bro. It's just such a vibe. Everything about this map, as difficult as it may be to do the Easter egg for certain people, as hard as the map may be to get into because there's such a big learning curve as there is with most Blundell era maps, let's be honest. It works. It's something about it just works.
Dude, even like the staffs and shit like that, it just fits the aesthetic so well. It's such a cool map. It's genuinely so cool. And the sound effects and stuff like that, when you're like upgrading the staffs and stuff like that, like the sound of upgrading the lightning staff, you know, where you have to shoot it in that certain pattern, like that sound is just engraved in my mind, bro. It's just, oh, I love it. I love it.
See, I can hear the sound of the fucking stones turning when you're doing the wind staff upgrade in the crazy place.
Yeah.
Like the sound of the stones turning when you shoot them, it's permanently engraved in my mind.
Dude, and you know what else is permanently engraved in my mind? The scariest noise on planet Earth are the panzer spawning in on Origins, bro, around 8. I mean, nothing can prepare you for that.
Nothing can hit my fight or flight quite like that, bro. And honestly, there is a reason why for so long my honest to God thought was, I wonder if I set my Discord intro sound to the Panzer sound, if people would leave the call.
It's like trying to get away, just like blow up their PC real quick. Put the crypto miner to 1,000.
Honestly, man, I fell in love with this map. Like, this is such a nerdy story. Quick, I fell in love with this map. I was grounded when the map came out, so I couldn't buy it and play it. I was watching Syndicate play it, and I was like, holy, this map is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I remember watching him play the map for like 6 straight hours or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I need to get this now. Fuck being grounded. I'm buying it tonight.
Bro, the break past curfew for this one. Yeah, no, it is a beautiful map. It is just genuinely one of the best. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's Origins.
Perfect.
Oh, have you seen the absolute sack of shit maps we've got coming up?
Yes, I have.
All right, well, this shit is just getting speedrun through. Outbreak. You know what? You know what? No. Outbreak is the exception. It is a facility map. It is a facility map.
Yep.
But it's kind of a vibe. I don't know. I actually kind of fuck with Outbreak. It's the one good map on that game, in my opinion. I think Carry is a good map, but like it has its like too many flaws to where like I think Outbreak is better. Like Outbreak, it just has a vibe. I don't know what to say. I'm putting it ass end of good, but like, dude, I really do like Outbreak.
You know, I'm gonna agree with it being a good, but only because I can't have farm above this map.
Yeah, that's understandable, to be fair. Like the way I'm looking at it, right? Sorry, I was gonna say the way I'm looking at it is like I'm looking at the maps beforehand. So like literally, I've got Ascension, Bus Depot, Farm, and Town. Like I prefer Outbreak over all of those maps aesthetically.
Yeah,
dude, I might even put it above the Riese, bro.
I could go for that.
Actually,
yeah.
Oh, dude, I like this. I like the design of Outbreak more, but I prefer the storyline of the Riese.
But we're not ranking the storyline.
Well, yeah, but like you got to consider the radios in the aesthetic, right?
Oh, I guess that's.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually. I can't put that.
Now that you say that,
I was thinking about it though for a hot minute.
Oh man, this next one though, holy.
Yeah, I'm just putting that shit in.
Can we just? We don't even have to talk about it. Can we just go to Carrier, please?
I'm just putting that shit in battered and moving on, bro.
Yep. How do you feel about Carrier aesthetic?
I'm gonna be honest with you now. It's average.
Yeah.
I think it's high end average.
Yeah, I'm looking at Ascension Town and Bus Depot, and I just think it's better than those. But like, if this map wasn't so like gray,
yeah,
because let's be honest, it's gray. Outside of the Plinko room, it's just gray.
Yeah,
everywhere.
The only good parts of this map is the Exo room, the Plinko room, and you see the funny sharks.
Yeah,
and the Moonbay room. They're all quite nice rooms, but that's it. Like everywhere else is just abysmal looking. So yeah, I put it above Ascension for me personally. I put it literally like above everything in average. So Ascension, Bus Depot, Farm, and Town. And I'm just leaving it there.
Yeah.
I do feel like we have to say though about Infection. We do need to say at least something for it. Infection is just the worst map aesthetically. Like it's not even a scary map. It's not even a good looking map. It's just Burger Town with the sewers, and the sewers isn't even like good. The only reason not going in React content is because the alligator that's in the sewers scares the shit out of me, and that's it.
Yep. I think it's in bad for me because of the alligator and because of the ritual room that you fill up the blood in. I like that, but everything else about that map is just a swing and a fucking miss on everything else.
Yeah.
The layout is terrible. The areas being blocked. I mean, I'm kind of just ranting about the map as a whole at this point, not even the aesthetic, bro. The areas being cut off by the fucking gas every now and then.
Yeah.
The mini boss that spawns in. Terrible. This map sucks. This might be one of the worst maps ever made in every regard. It
truly just is. So I think that's all I've got to say about that. What's your thoughts on Descent?
I think Descent is a beautiful map.
I
like,
don't.
When you really think about it, I love the idea of it being an underwater facility. That's really cool to me. I like that it's raining when you're on the surface, but like super cold.
Is it not meant to be a shopping center?
I've been told a spa.
Well, it's got a spa in it, but it also has like.
It might. I'm guessing it's meant to be like a mall. Then
is it? I think it's a resort. Is it not? Is that not what the definition of it is?
I guess. Yeah, that sounds right. That does sound right.
Yeah,
that's good for me. Good. But for me, it's like just below Carrier, probably.
This is gonna piss a lot of people off. I'm putting it in bad, just above infection. I'm going to be real with you now, boss man. Descent, and it could be the fact that we had the worst experience on it recently, which is was unlucky for that. But like, Descent genuinely just feels empty.
Yeah.
That is the best way I can describe it. The spa area, you'd think it would have like at least like some towels or some shit. It is just water on the floor, and that's it. And that is it. You know, it is just an empty like part of the map.
It is barren. And like, I guess when it comes to Descent for me, I'm looking at like, obviously like the outside. I'm not even, I guess I'm going to put it in bad, because now that I'm thinking about it, when I say it's a beautiful map, I'm talking about the areas that you can't even get to.
Yeah.
Like you're walking through the tunnels and it's got the glass and you can see the ocean around you. That's awesome. I love that. But that's not in the map. I can't access that unless I'm doing the Easter egg and I'm in that Goliath suit. So like I don't know. It's just, I feel like it was just like I don't know, like most of the budget that they could have spent to decorating the interior of the map was put to the exterior.
Yeah, they really did. They really spent more time on the outside, yeah, and then they just forgot the inside. So yeah, I can't forgive them. It's just going in bad.
Honestly, I think the one thing keeping it out of React content for me is, again, the outside, but like being teleported into Oz's mind at the end with the really dark black and white aesthetic around it, and like that really small area. I like that, but I don't know. It's just a bad map. It just looks bad, plays bad. The Easter egg sucks, and now I'm just remembering how bad it went for us the other day, and I'm mad.
Right, well, don't worry. Right? We got something here to cheer you up. Shadows of Evil. Let's just be real. We already know where that's going, boss man.
I'm putting it right at the top.
Yeah, we're putting it in 𝙬𝙬𝙦. Let's keep it real, bro. Shadows of Evil, literally one of the best looking maps to ever exist. It has got such a cool aesthetic of it being, you know, in a city with really cool neon lights. This is literally what I was talking about when it came to like it came to Transit. I was like, if it just had more neon lights, like you know, for like on Dino for stuff like that, it would just look so nice. And it's like even the whole like Apothecon stuff and the squids and stuff like that. It really just it's just its own vibe and aesthetic that just like no other map can really like compete against, because it's just so unique. And because it's that unique, it's gonna go and 𝙬𝙬𝙦 free for me, baby.
I can agree with that.
It has to. It'd be silly for it to not.
For me, right now, thinking about it, it's a toss-up between two maps for the greatest looking map and aesthetic of all time. This one, which is currently at the top of my list, and one that we're going to get to later. I don't know how you're feeling about this. But...
we'll see. It's definitely high up there for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you know, we'll just see how it ranks at the very end. But the giant.
I think it's great, personally.
I'm gonna put it above the Riese, but I think that's about as far. No, I'd put it above 𝙬𝙤𝙦 as well.
Yeah.
The giant, the issue with it is it's just got the BO3 aura, right? And now the thing with BO3 aura is it's not scary, right? There's no scary BO3 maps. The thing with BO3 is that it's meant to look cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's meant to be like a cool, I guess, like a saturated map.
Yeah.
And the thing with the giant is that it works on every other map, but the giant is just like, it just loses everything that was unique to the Riese and just makes it into like this snowy facility, which I like, because again, like I'm a sucker for snow, right? But it just like, it loses that kind of eeriness of the Riese in a way. So I don't know, I put it above 𝙬𝙤𝙦 and the Riese, but like I think that's where it goes. You know, I don't think I can put it in great personally.
Yeah, everything you just listed there, like the snow and the saturation and stuff, that's actually the reason I have it in great, is because I love that it took a very gray, bland map and gave it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And the sound is, oh my god.
That is true. The sound is pretty hype, to be fair.
The sound is as shitty as the BO3 Wonderwaff somehow ended up being. The sound design of it, holy, I love it.
So true, boss man. Speaking of snow, Der Eisendrache.
I'm gonna be real, boss. This map is just a little bit too gray for me.
I don't know if I go far to say gray. Again, it's very snowy. It's a castle map at the end of the day. It definitely is gray, but I think once you go inside, it's not as bad. The thing with Der Eisendrache though is it's just like, bro, it's just a castle, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the whole underground area with the whole is it the AP? What is it? What is the pyramid in Der Eisendrache called?
Called the APD? No,
MPD.
No,
but I thought the MPD was Moon Pyramid Device.
Yeah, but they teleported it from the moon to Der Eisendrache at the end of the Easter egg. I'm assuming it's the MPD.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I was going to call it the Castle Pyramid Device and then realize that that acronym for that is CPD. And I don't think we're going to be calling it that one, boss man.
No.
Yeah, but that whole area down there is just so boring looking. It is just wall, and that is it. Even the rocket test site is a bit boring. Like, I don't know. I like the colors of it at best, but like, and I do like the fact it's in the castle, so I'm going to probably put it in great, like bottom of great. But that's just where it's going. It's not moving from there, boss man.
For me, I think it's I'd also say bottom of great because, like, honest to God, it's just like a I don't want to be the guy to say it, but like a significantly worse version of Origins aesthetically.
It really is.
How it is like Origins without the giant robot and the funny feet mod on BO3. You know?
Yeah, no, that is so true. It really just isn't really it for me. But moving on, Zetsubou no Shima.
I think you should take the lead on this.
Zetsubou is a cool looking map. I like the creepiness of the facility of it. Overall though, it is just kind of the definition of green. I do like the whole ritual, I guess, like challenge area that you do to get the skull down the sideway. I do like that. I like the fact you go and fight the spider boss. I do actually kind of like the vibe of Zetsubou. I think I'm going to put it in great tier as well. I'm going to put it just above Shino Numa. And I think that's what I called it, to be honest, because yeah, I do like all the parts of the map. It is just straight up just a swamp, but I think it does it better than Shino Numa in a weird way.
Yep.
So that's just where I got to say it is, boss man.
I'm popping it in middle of incredible.
Wow.
I'm putting it below 𝙈𝙤𝙨, but above 5. I moved 5 down the way.
Oh, and so
because the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I mean, it's just an office. I see one of those every day when I go to work. Who gives a fuck? To me, and we'll get there later, but this is green filter done right.
Yeah.
And you know what green
I
filter done
already
right
know
is.
what green filter map you're on about, big man.
I don't know. I like the creepiness of it. BO3 doesn't have a lot of creepy factors, like you said, but this map, I think, is the closest we have gotten to spooky since Tranzit.
Yeah.
Which is good to me. Also, when you like really dig into the lore, the creep, like some of the creepy ass shit that they like the Division 9 did, like actually kind of bumps it up for me as well.
Yeah.
Because they are chaotic.
They are a little bit goofy, as they would say.
Yeah. I want to make a joke, but I can't.
Anyways, moving on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to just set that up and not deliver.
You're all good. Next map, we've got Gorod. Now, Gorod, I think I'm going to put it in... Oh my god, I don't know if I even want to put it... I don't know. Incredible might be too high. I was thinking really bottom of Incredible, maybe high end of great. I think having dragons and shit flying around is just one of the coolest things. It is so unique.
Yeah.
So like that alone has to push it up there, right? And even I actually kind of like the color scheme of Gorod. I really do. It's like a light map, but not done in a way where like it's too bright to the point where it's like not like interesting. You know what I mean? Like no offense to Liberty Falls. You know, obviously I actually do like Liberty Falls, and we'll get to that when we get to it. But Liberty Falls is just like light time, but there's nothing to it. You know what I mean? Like it's just in the day.
Yeah.
Where Gorod is like in the day, but it's like it's cool because you have the big thing in the skybox, and you have dragons and shit flying around, and it's just cool, right? So I think I am going to put it bottom end of Incredible.
I put it bottom end of Incredible, and I think it's just above Nacht, but below Tranzit for me. Actually, I'm going to put it above Tranzit, because to me, this is Tranzit obviously has the orange and brown aesthetic going with it as well, given the theming of the map and the lava and the fog and all that stuff. I think Gorod is just the orange and brown aesthetic and color scheming done right, and it being set in the daytime as well, like you said, just makes it feel, it just, something about that just feels special.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love that. I just love it. Just a good looking map.
It really
overall.
is just a good looking map.
Yeah, it is. Not to mention the lock, like what is it? The Pack-a-Punch building.
Oh yeah.
When you go down to the lower levels of that, it's insane.
It's just so true. It's so unbelievably true.
Yeah.
Can't really be saying the same about Revelations though. Revelations, it is a cool looking aesthetic. I like the fact that we're out of space, but like it's not scary, and it's not my personal type of, it's not really my like the aesthetic that I would go for, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that to me is kind of what holds it back. But I do think it still looks fantastic, right? Like it is one of the most beautiful maps we've ever had.
Yeah.
So for that alone, I'm probably gonna put it maybe just top of great. I think that's where it belongs.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it literally just takes other parts of the map that we've ranked higher than this and incorporates it into one map, and it's so colorful. It just looks beautiful. Like even going inside the Apophron's stomach and stuff like that, with being like green and stuff like that. It's like a bit of a disgusting color, but it's like good because it's zombies.
Yeah.
I just think it looks great. I really do think it looks really good.
I potentially hot take here. I got it in my second place in 𝙈𝙤𝙨.
Holy, that is high.
I think it takes the best aspects of every single map that makes up Revelations and just amplifies it a little bit.
Interesting.
Because and the addition of like you said, the Apothecon, but even the addition of the house, when you get to go into the house for the Easter egg, I love that too. Because like you can look out and see the whole map. The wisps around the map really build up the lore and the aesthetic for me as well. I'm just gonna call it how it is. Overall, I'm just kind of I'm a sucker for a nice saturated blue and purple and red, and that's basically what this map is.
That's so true.
And I don't know. I think just the vibe of looking around and like just seeing like, oh shit, we're in space. What? Like this to me, like this is kind of a weird comparison, but they are both set in space. This is like Moon if Moon didn't suck.
Yeah, kind of, but not really, because it's like, you know, Moon is just trying to be on the moon, where this is like obviously getting a bit crazy and stuff like that. But I understand what you mean. Right. It's like space map done right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
something about it just it's I know I've constantly been the Revelations glazer in our friend group, but like I can't help it because everything about it except for the Easter egg, it just clicks.
Nah, yeah, I have to agree, Busman. All right, let's just speedrun through all of these Chronicle maps because I really can't be able to go over them again.
Yeah. We're just gonna play some no context.
I'm gonna give it a little bit of context, but that's literally all I'm going. I'm not gonna go into like too much detail with it. Chronicles, Nacht and Toten, I'm gonna be honest, top end of bad. Yeah. I'm really not a fan of Chronicles Nacht. I think Chronicles Verruckt is definitely a better looking map, but it's I don't know. Actually, I might put this one top end of good probably.
I got mine low end of great.
Yeah, no, you're right. I gotta put low end of great as well. Numa, I think does an awful job compared to, you know, the one in World of War. I think I'm gonna put it in maybe like top end of average. Like it is a very bog standard average remake. It just literally tried to be like Numa, but better looking. But the issue with that is that like the vibe of Numa is the fact that it looks not as good.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna put that top end of average. Chronicles Kino, I'm be real again, probably top end of average, just below Numa. I really don't think it's that good of a remaster, to be honest. I think it looks nice, but it literally just has the BO3 effect where it just oversaturates stuff and makes it look a bit like, you know, it just doesn't make it look as creepy anymore.
Yeah, I've always had an issue with something about Chronicles Kino, and I can't ever figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Something about it just doesn't work. I don't know what it is. It looks good. The stage area and the teleporter looks great, but like everything else just looks a little weird.
No, yeah.
It's like uncanny a little bit, right?
Yeah, no, it is. It's just it just doesn't really hit the same. But
yeah.
All right, Chronicles Ascension, I'm literally putting that like just above regular Ascension because both of them just kind of suck. Chronicles Shangri-La, however, that one's obviously going to go in, honestly, probably Incredible. It is just one of the best looking maps we've had.
Yep, I got it in third place on my Incredible list right now.
Holy. And then Chronicles Moon, I'm going to put that one in...
I think for me, that's a low end great.
Yeah, I have to agree. I'm going to put it just above, maybe... yeah, I'll put it above Der Eisendrache. Well, I also like it more than OG Shang.
Interesting. That's going to cause some issues for people.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Chronicles Origins is just going to go above Origins in 𝙈𝙤𝙢𝙯 for me.
Yep.
It's just Origins, but looks better. Holy, we are slowly getting through this list, bro. We're on to all of the non-track stuff now. Do we even need to debate about this? Zombies in Space End, literally my second favorite map aesthetically ever.
Yep, I would put it in my 5th place spot and _𝙬𝙗, but it's still...
It's going in my second, bro. I fucking love, and I mean, look, I love the 80s aesthetic. It just gets me rock hard, bro.
Well, you know me, I'm a synth pop guy, and that map it's got it. I just love it.
It really does. So yeah, I fucking love Zombies in Space, and the color scheme, just like everything about it is just so nice.
This is something people are going to hate me for, but looking at all of these Infinite Warfare maps, I think 3 of the 5 for me are an S tier.
Dude, a lot of them are going quite high up for me in this list. I fucking love the design and looks of these maps.
Yeah, there's one that I don't like, and I'm sure you know which one it is.
Yeah, I could take a guess. All right, so Raven the Redwoods, straight up, I'm putting that above Gorod Crovey and Incredible. Actually, no, maybe below Gorod, actually.
I have it just below Spaceland and S, or in 𝙈𝙤𝙢𝙯.
I'm putting it below Gorod Incredible, because I think Gorod does a better job overall, where Raven the Redwoods really excels, specifically when you go into rave mode.
Yes.
I think it looks better, so that's the only reason I'm going to be putting it slightly higher.
I think it still, for me, looks good, even not in rave mode. Rave mode is just like the cherry for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It does just look good though without raid mode. So Shaolin Shuffle, once again, I have to put that like just above Raven the Redwoods. I think that's fucking incredible.
I have it at the top of my incredible right now.
I mean, you just got it, bro. It's literally it literally plays funny Spider-Man 3 music.
So true.
So like, I mean, it's already a W. Plus like the whole vibe of it, like kung fu and the fucking the subways and just being in New York.
Yeah.
You know, seeing the things that are now long gone. It really makes you reminisce.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is beautiful. It is honestly beautiful. I absolutely love the design of Shaolin. It's a shame the map just isn't as good. Oh, bro, and the whole like disco rave area as well. Like, it's just so cool.
Yeah, true. See, I'm nervous about this next one. I'm gonna let you cook. I'll let you start.
Oh no, bro, this shit's going in incredible for me. Again, I think I'm honestly gonna put it above Gorod. I don't know what it is specifically about Attack of the Radioactive thing. The skybox for this map just looks fucking incredible, and like the whole beach area looks great, and the whole like little movie set thing you can see with Elvira, like it just looks so nice. The only thing I would say that I wish they would change about Attack of the Radioactive thing, and pretty much most of the Infinite Warfare maps, is that I just wish it had just a slight bit more saturation, because if it did, those maps would look absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that it was just like a little bit down on the saturation. I think that really kind of kills it off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it how it is for me, bro. It's my second favorite looking map of all time.
Holy.
It is second place to Shadows right now. I'm on 𝙬𝙤𝙀.
That's kind of crazy. I can't even lie.
I love the 50s B movie aesthetic of it. I just love it. I've always been a sucker for it.
Hey man, you know what you're not a sucker for? The Beast from Beyond here.
Yeah. Where are you gonna put this?
I'm putting it like top end of average. I love the snowy area outside. I'm not really a big fan of the whole facility area inside, but I really, really like it when you go out of the movie.
Yeah.
And you go into the movie theater in that outside area. I really like that spot as well. So for me, it is literally just like top end of average.
Consider this, which is what I'm considering. I have it at the top end of great for me.
Right.
Consider this as well, though, which is why I have it there. Consider this Mephistopheles.
Okay, yeah. When you put it like that, it is going in very, very bottom end of incredible for me.
Let's just call it how it is.
Let's just say as it is, bro.
The Meph arena is the greatest arena we've ever had.
It is.
And I'm gonna bump it down to the middle of great, but like it's just going outside of the movie, the lore that you get from that. Neil is back. How can you not love Neil? I think the layout of the inner facility is pretty cool as well. Despite how bad the inner facility is, let's be honest.
Yeah.
The boss fight arena being a remake of that boat map from Extinction with all the cargo containers. I like that. A lot of people hate it, but I love it.
Yeah.
And just honest to God, like Mephistopheles and going outside of the movie itself is what's putting this map so high for me right now.
No, it honestly is so true.
Overall, it sucks.
Those two areas really do just like carry the map for me, bro.
It's incredible.
But yeah, this next one might be a little bit of a weird pick. The Final Reich. I'm going to be honest, this is the one and only World War II map where I actually really like the aesthetic of it. Oh, dude, actually, some of these maps do look fucking beautiful. The Final Reich is such a vibe. Again, I'm a sucker for snow. I always like take a second to have a look outside the map at the giant fucking castle wall that you see.
Yep.
I love that whole area of the map, and it is just like a cool kind of like scary-ish map. The only place I'm not really a massive fan of is the little tunnel areas, but outside of that, honestly, I'd put this top end of great.
I can agree with that, and this is one of those maps where I'm considering the Easter egg a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the guided, I'm not counting the hardcore. The guided Easter egg is, in my opinion, because we're counting radios as like aesthetic as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count the Easter egg steps and the boss that you fight at the end as the aesthetic as well. I love that boss. I love the reveal of the brother that you've been fighting to find being attached to this giant monster thing. Just everything. I don't know. I think this map's just got a great aesthetic, and it's at the top of great for me as well.
I have to agree here, boss man. Groston House, just bad. Let's be real, there's no real debate here. The Darker Shore React content, that shit can go away.
Yep.
I'm not even dwelling into that shit.
Ooh,
the Shadow Throne actually is such a beautiful looking map that I'm gonna have to put it at like middle of grey, I think. I kind of like the Shadow Throne just above Numa World at War, but below Zetsubou.
I put it at the top of incredible.
That's insane, but I respect it.
You know me. I've been a tester to this map looking beautiful.
That's so true. What's going in React content for me is going to be the Tortured Path, because who the fuck's playing that shit?
Yeah.
And
I'd still put it above the Darkest Shore though.
Nah, I wouldn't. Tortured Path is abysmal.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it is.
But then the Frozen Dawn, I think I'm just gonna put that in.
Maybe put it like in the middle of good.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna put it too.
I think there's a lot of aspects to that map that look really good. I like the snow. Obviously, we've talked about the snow nonstop. But like once you get like the caverns, like that one area, wherever it was where you were shooting those thingies when you were doing that Easter egg that one time.
Yeah.
I think that whole area looks really good, especially when you turn around and you can see like a fucking lava pit. And then the boss fight arena is really cool, but everything else about that map is a miss because it's just ice tunnel and blood. Like, that's it. It's just white and red.
I have to hardly agree here, boss man. Right.
Although I will say bonus points to that map as well for like when you get like towards the end of the Easter egg, when her brother comes back and he's just like a completely whited out entity with like blood on him. That looks really cool. I love that shit. Anyway, sorry. I
was just getting ready to move on to the next few maps.
Yeah.
Can't lie, bro. Tiredness has just hit me like a motherfucker, bro. So let's just get through these maps. Voyage of Despair.
I think this map is beautiful.
I honestly think it is. It's good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just above maybe Nuketown.
I'm going low end to great just because of the amount of effort they went through to make it look like the actual Titanic.
See, that's the thing, right? Is it has IRL lore, kind of like Mob of the Dead, except it just doesn't do it as good.
Yeah.
So I think I'm happy just putting it in good. Like, I think it looks whatever. But it doesn't really make me feel too much towards it, to be honest.
Yeah.
9, on the other hand, is an absolutely incredible looking map.
Yep.
Which I'm going to put in above Chronicles Shangri-La. I think it is one of the best daytime maps. I don't know why it looks so good, but it does. So I gotta whack it there. It'd be disrespectful if I didn't.
I fully agree.
So yeah, I mean, and plus it's got all the cool like gladiator stuff, and it's got all the big statues of like Ra and Anu and shit like that, and Odin. Like it's all that cool stuff as well.
Yeah.
So it would have been disrespectful to not put that one at least somewhat decently high.
I know this is like a thing across all of the Chaos maps as well, but the perk statues having animations like moving around and stuff as well, incredible. And the sound design, not to keep ragging back onto that old trick, but like the fact that the in-game music is actually in universe and the characters are hearing it because the gladiators are up in the stands playing the drums is fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, that is. It really is. Now, Blood of the Dead.
I mean,
it's basically just Mob of the Dead, right? But I don't think it does it as good.
I think for me personally, I agree with you there. It's like Mob of the Dead, but slightly worse. I would put it like middle of Incredible, but probably between for me, like it's like a middle of Incredible map. So for me, I would put it between like Chronicles, Shang, and Zetsubou.
Understandable.
I don't know. It looks good, but BO4 just has kind of like a overall like, and I know there's a cartoon filter in the game, but like
it does look very cartoony.
Look, something about it just doesn't work as well as Mob.
Yeah, no, it like obviously it's not ever going to be realistic, but it doesn't look very realistic.
Right.
It does just have like this. The BO4 just in general has this like weird like design over it, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in Incredible because I think it's got some cool steps. I think like the whole thing with Rick's often stepping out of the cryo freezer pod thingy to like come and show off the rock is really cool. Overall, I just think that like I don't know, bro. It's just fucking Mob, you know. It's just Mob, but like slightly different. Like you can't really go wrong.
It's Mob with a worse story and a different crew.
Yeah. Anyways, Classified. Honestly, just not the best remake in the world in my opinion. So I'm just gonna put it in average, and that's where I'm just gonna leave it. Like it is just really whatever. It doesn't really capture the cool aesthetic vibe because obviously it's been more run down, and I think that kind of ruins it. But yeah, this next one, however, Dead of Night. Wow, that shit is just going straight up to the top of the map. Oh, top right there.
Yep, third place for me on that 𝙈𝙤𝙨 list.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna have to put it as well, boss man. It's just such a cool thing. Like the whole, just the idea it's set in a fucking mansion. It literally reminds me of Cluedo. Big mansion, graveyards, the cool wonder weapons. literally a greenhouse where you build them, shut that, and it's like werewolves and stuff like that, vampires, Nosferatus. Like it is just such a cool map, and it would have been so disrespectful for me to not put it in GOTY 3.
That big ass statue with right when you spawn in too. That comes into play in the Easter egg. It's got to be up there.
Honest to God.
I really don't think there's a single downside to Dead of the Night when I really think about it.
No, I really don't think there is either. It's just a beautiful map.
Good job, Jason.
Amen.
Ancient Evil. Holy, you already know where this is going for me.
This one for me is going, I think, at the very top of incredible. I think. Actually, no, I don't put it ass end of GOTY 3, bro. It would be so rude if I didn't. It is just such a beautiful map.
One of my favorite maps of all time.
I mean, the entire like other side of the world, dark side of the world thing is just beautiful.
Yeah.
There is like certain parts at the front which is just beautiful. Like it is just a great looking map.
I'm just gonna say it, bro. It's right at the top of GOTY.
Holy.
It's my favorite map of all time, and the way it looks is I haven't felt a feeling of euphoria like that in Zombies since it came out.
That is kind of crazy. Shame we'll be feeling like euphoria with Alpha Omega over here. What just an average looking map, to be honest.
Yeah, for me, wherever Nuketown is, it's a rut below that, so bottom of average.
That's fair enough. I'm just whacking it in average for me. Like it's really just not that cool to me, to be honest. The only cool part is the loading screen, but it lasts about 4 seconds and it just goes.
Yeah.
And it really is the same with Tags of Toten for me as well. Like it's just very average. Obviously they get rid of the snow and it's at a big fucking facility, and it's just like it doesn't even look that good in my opinion.
No.
So for me, that shit's going in average as well.
Points for getting rid of the fog, though.
So true. So true.
The Machine.
Right, big speedrun here. The Machine, as you said.
I think it's good. Top end of good for me.
The Machine. I do like the look of The Machine. I do like the little aesthetic of it. Plus the entire dark ether side.
Oh, yeah.
Like that just immediately boosts it up. So I think I'm going to honestly put it bottom end of great for me.
Fair enough.
I really do think it is just like a really good looking map. It's one of the more underrated ones. But FireBase on the other hand is just straight up average as fuck. It's really nothing for me.
I'm putting it at the top of bad.
Wow, that's a little bit too harsh for me personally. I don't think it's that bad of a looking map, but
I don't know. Whatever for me, like Cold War, like it doesn't look good.
Fair enough. I mean, I have to disagree because
there is one map.
I have to disagree. I do put with a piece of shit that's called Outbreak, which is immediately going in React content because at the end of the day, that shit isn't even a zombies map. It is quite literally just a Fireteam Dirty Bomb map from multiplayer. So
they like shit on multiplayer too. It's awesome.
Honestly, just get the fuck out of my face.
Mauer putting it in incredible right at the ass end.
I have to agree. here. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a campaign map, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? There's not really a whole lot you can do.
To be fair,
they did cook a bit with Mauer. I can't lie, Bossman. But overall, again, it's just kind of like a street. Like it's not anything too crazy. Did I put incredible? Nah, fuck that. I ain't even put incredible, bro. This shit's going in like above the giant and good. Like it's just really whatever to me. This shit is not an incredible. Like I think gameplay wise, it's an incredible map, but aesthetically, it's not that good.
I guess I could knock.
I mean, you don't have to knock it at all.
No, you brought up some good points. I was kind of thinking about as you were talking there.
First.
I'd put it like middle. I'd put it above these.
Fair enough. This is one that we're probably going to disagree on because I actually really like Forsaken as a map. So for me, I'm putting this like probably like just below the Shattered Throne in great.
For me
personally,
I love the map too. I agree. It is a great looking map. I'm putting it right next to Mauer, right below it.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm only really putting it up because I like the whole like dark ether thing in the tunnels. Mm-hmm. I really like the way the final boss works, like looks. Sorry. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. And overall, like the map is just a colorful map, you know. So that's why I'm ranking it decently high.
I think overall for me, it is like the most colorful Cold War Zombies map.
Yeah.
That's why I have it in the great tier. And like you said, the boss fight, the arena itself looks great. I mean, the amount of like energy that they put into just throwing fucking purple everywhere on this map, you know, it hits me good because I like the color purple. I don't know. I think it's just a good looking map overall. I mean,
it just is. It really just is.
And obviously, you know, the concept of a zombie outbreak at a Russian facility where they're making an American town is kind of cool to me.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you there, boss man. Wow, these next few are going to be an interesting lot. Duran Fang, bad. Terra Maledicta, React content. Kino Numa Reborn, average. The Archon, literal React content. And that's all I've got to say about Vanguard, to be honest. I am just flying through those ones because there's not really much to say about them. They're all just pretty dog shit looking maps. Like the best one there is Shino Numa Reborn, and it's literally like the worst version of Shino Numa aesthetically that I think we've had.
Yeah.
So
I like the addition of the Pack-a-Punch area, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
If we could have got, you know, like where the Archon boss fight happens.
Yeah.
If we could have got a full map of that, I would have liked the Archon a lot more. But other than, yeah, no, Vanguard, I got nothing to say.
Yeah.
And honestly, same with MWZ. Like, what it's just a Warzone map. And I hate Warzone.
I really didn't play Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, to be perfectly real with you, bro.
I'm gonna put it in like high end of bad.
I'm gonna put it in bad because of the one thing that redeems it is the worm boss fight.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that really redeems it. So outside of that, like, it's just whatever. Sorry, we also have to go back real quick and just talk about the Archon real quick, by the way. Like, that shit is just so green, like unbelievably green.
I forgot I brought that up. Yeah, that's green filter done bad.
It really is, bro. It is so ugly. I don't know who the fuck approved that shit, but like, again, they need to go. Honestly, God, need to go.
They do. Crazy. Fire them.
Straight up. The newest game, Black Ops 6 Zombies.
I feel like we're gonna have to talk about.
We're gonna have to talk about these ones a little bit more. So let's just go ahead and stretch out the runtime of this video just real quick. Terminus. I can't lie. Looking at every other map, and like, I guess you could kind of compare this to being like, oh, old zombies versus new zombies. Like, where would you rank it compared to every other thing? Fuck the people that said anything about Aura with BO6. Like, you were just fundamentally wrong. Terminus, unironically, is one of the most aesthetically beautiful looking maps I think we've had. In my opinion, I am a really big fan of Terminus. I like the little islands around it. It's kind of like Zetsubou no Shima, but done a little bit better, maybe. I really do kind of like
I can agree with that.
I do like the whole prison thing. It has like everything that you would expect to be in a prison, but it doesn't like feel like it's just adding random rooms to be, I guess, unnecessary, if that makes sense. Like, it's just a very nice looking thing. Like, so I'm gonna put it just above Zetsubou no Shima in my opinion, because like, I feel like two maps are very similar. Like, obviously they've taken a lot of inspiration of Zetsubou for that map.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, just the vibe of it is incredible. I mean, the entire fucking boss fight is one of the best we've ever had. Like,
crazy.
As much of it is it pain in the ass, which, by the way, Nick, I found the absolute cheese strap for it in my last video. You have to check out how good the ASG 45 is, or whatever it's called, with Dragon Breath rounds. It literally like takes him out of his first phase within like 6 seconds. But yeah, like the whole Cthulhu like Kraken boss fight is fucking incredible, like actually beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So like, it just has to be up there. Like, it is just great. It is literally a zombies map. Like, you know, it's what we've expected for multiple years now, and they're finally giving us like actual zombies themed maps, and I'm all for it, baby. I'm all fucking for it.
Terminus is, and this is just a general statement. Again, I know we're talking about aesthetic and stuff, but for me personally, I think Terminus is the best zombies map we've had since Ancient, in my opinion, anyway.
Wow. Yeah, I don't agree that far, big man, because I think Forsaken was better, and I also think The Machine is maybe better. But
fair enough.
But no, I agree though. I agree. It is really, really high up there as one of the better maps we've had of recent times.
Yeah, look, it's insane to me that like all Treyarch had to do to get people invested in the Dark Aether story was make a set crew. Yeah. Because the second that I launched into that map with you guys and we were playing as a set crew and they were shooting the shit back and forth with each other as a cast, I was like, oh yeah, we're back. I'm invested again.
Yeah, it really does. Like, little things like that really does help with the aesthetic of maps, and I think Treyarch has finally realized that, and they're like gonna double down on that shit going forward.
Yeah. So, and, you know, it's cool to me as well that you can play as another operator if you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyways, Liberty Falls.
Liberty Falls here, Milo's favorite map.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the aesthetic of it, and this is not to agree with the Twitter fans here, I think it's very average.
Yeah.
The only reason I wouldn't ever say it's bad is because like sometimes I do feel a bit like creeped out by the fact that sometimes you just hear like dogs barking.
Yeah.
And I hate the idea of the fact that like there's just dogs that are just locked in buildings while their like owners have been fucking turned into zombies and shit. Like, that really upsets me. So I'm gonna put it honestly above. I'm gonna put it above Firebase Z for me at average, but that's about where it's going.
See, I'm putting it in great, just below Forsaken.
Yeah.
And my reasoning being that I love Forsaken for just emulating an American town, any town, whatever the hell they called it in game, and there just being a zombie outbreak there. Yeah. I think Liberty Falls is like the embodiment of that, but like just slightly worse.
Fair enough.
Something about the teleportation that you do on Forsaken just makes it better to me. Which a lot of people hate. I don't, you know. But I don't know. It's just something about Forsaken. It just clicks better than Liberty Falls, but I still think Liberty Falls has a great aesthetic to it, especially. And again, I keep going back to it somehow, but just with the sound design alone, where it's like you hit round 2 and there's like a random explosion in the distance and then the dog's barking, and it's, I don't know, I think the sound is what puts it in great for me.
They did absolutely try their hardest with that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
I respect it. Yeah. But I guess to round off the video, obviously we haven't had the map yet, but where do you think the new map is going to be, the Citadel map? Where do you think it's going to stand in this? I'll be completely honest with you now. If they cook it up right, which by the looks of it, they are cooking up a fucking storm, it could be in 𝙈𝙤𝙦 3.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Aesthetically, it could be the best looking map we've ever had. It really just depends.
See, for me, the way it looks right now and what we've heard about it and how they've been cooking it, you know?
Yeah.
I think at absolute best, it's 𝙈𝙤𝙦 3. At absolute worst, it's just above Der Eisendrache in grade.
Yeah, I have to agree, boss man. I really think they are going to cook with this new map. I really think they will.
Should we have waited a week to do this until the map was out?
Yeah, we probably should have, but I mean, unlucky. It's happened now.
Just pin a comment later and just be like, yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, this is where it's going. But all right, that's gonna be it for the video. You'll see Nick's tier list on screen right now. And see where he decided he wanted to place everything. I'm sure he did some real crazy stuff. I would have gone over and reviewed it, but I'm quite literally falling asleep in my chair. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my Pookie Wookie Bear Nick. His channel will be in the description below. And yeah, you know, join my Discord. Show me your guys' tier list. Don't be upset if I bully you. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.